Good evening, everybody. It's Bronson with another movie review for you. We're going to talk about Wicked for Good today. This is the second Wicked, the sequel to the first Wicked that came out at exactly the same time last year, Thanksgiving 2024. As you probably know, this is not my type of movie. I hate musicals. I hate musicals. They're an abomination. They're like a rainy day or an onion. I just can't. I can't stand them. But um, this movie was something that my friend Tracy, who passed away in July, um, was really looking forward to. She loved the Broadway play. We went and watched the first one together, and even though she wasn't feeling well and wasn't really allowed to leave her apartment, I took her out to enjoy that movie, and I know she was looking forward to seeing the second one. She enjoyed the first one. I know that she would have loved this, and I was hoping that she would be around to watch it, but she's not. And so I went and watched it in her honor, knowing full well that I was likely not really going to enjoy it. And I think I kind of want to read this book because I think I would enjoy this movie if there weren't so much stupid singing. Um, it wasn't terrible. The ratings right now, as of when I just looked, were um, Rotten Tomatoes has it at 69%. IMDb has it at 7.2 out of 10. But Fandango 95%. So and this movie's been super popular. I think I mentioned that in my last review that I did for Rental Family. A lot of showings for this movie opening weekend, and people were showing up for all of them. And even this one on Tuesday, which wasn't a discount day this week because of the holiday, I wouldn't say there's a lot of people in there. I think there was probably 15 to 20 people in there today. So I'm sad that Tracy wasn't here to watch it with me, because I know she would have loved it. I don't really have an opinion on the acting in this, because everybody, it's a musical. People are just singing. The people are getting cast in this movie because they can sing. But Tracy, rest in peace, loved the casting. She thought Cynthia Vero was fantastic, and there is a song in this movie where she hits an incredibly high note, and it makes it. I thought my phone screen was gonna crack in my pocket. And Ariana Grande, that's the one Tracy was most skeptical of. She was wondering how Ariana Grande would do as Glenda the Good, and Tracy thinks that she was good. She was good casting. So I'm gonna lean on Tracy's opinion on these. But we need to just talk. I need to talk about Ariana Grande. I don't know what has happened to that woman. I know that some people are probably going to be angry that I'm objectifying her, but she used to be a Hall of Fame hottie. Like, she was a 10, and I don't know what has happened to her, but she looks sickly. She looks like she's dying, and she's a white girl now. I don't know. I hope she's okay. And if she's not okay, I know she's entitled to her privacy, and she's entitled to not get judged for the way she looks now. But I think a lot of people are genuinely concerned about her well-being because of the way that she has looked for the last couple of years. And I am genuinely concerned for her because she does not look well. But she can sing. She can still sing. And so, that's what the people are going to this movie for, is to see the singing. So yeah, I went and watched the first one for Tracy, and I actually, got. I'll admit, I got a little hooked into the story. I wanted to know how it ended. So the second one, even though like I don't, I don't like the singing, I wanted to know how the story ended, and I thought it was a good ending. And there's one, um, I was, I don't. I guess it would be It would be manly for me to admit this. I was having a hard time keeping um, composed because I was just watching this movie, hearing these songs and stuff, and like I just know that Tracy, I felt bad that she is not around to see this because I know that she would have loved it. And there's one song at the end, um, one song and one quote at the end that it really hit me because it was about the friendship between um, Ariana Grande's character and Cynthia Erivo's character, the Wicked Witch and the Good Witch, right? Because they're like, the backstory is that they're friends, so they have a complicated relationship now. And so the song is basically about how knowing each other has changed them for good, right? That's the theme of the whole movie, the title of the whole movie, Wicked for Good. And the ending quote, this isn't, I hope this isn't a spoiler. Most people who are Wicked fans have read the book or seen the musical. So, I mean, I'm assuming that the movie is pretty close to all that, right? So, because Tracy, even though she didn't see this second part, I'm sure she knew how it ended. She kind of predicted a lot of the stuff that was going to happen in this movie, but I know she still would have wanted to see it. Um, so the ending quote is something about how, because I knew you, I've changed, and like, um, I felt that because, I was thinking of Tracy this whole movie, and like she had no she had no business being such a good friend to me. She didn't know me from Adam. Like how we met was so strange. It was just, there was an old. It might even still exist. I don't know. I blocked everybody in there because they were being real tartar sauce buckets about some stuff. So personal stuff, not really sports related stuff. But there's an old group on Facebook called the Pac-12 Fight Club, and it used to be like when the Pac-12 existed. All these fans representing different schools used to just talk shit on there. It was fun. It was fun times, and Tracy was in there. I didn't even meet. Actually, it wasn't there. It was like a group chat that I got invited into, and Tracy was in there, and I found out that she was like from here, from Tucson, and this is after I had been traveling here, visited, fell in love, and wanted to move here, and so like we hit it off instantly because I was like, oh, I want to move there, I want to live there, blah blah blah. We started talking, and about Tucson and all that stuff, and it just instantly clicked, and it was like a fully platonic relationship. There was no, there was no. I mean, look at me. No sexual attraction here. No, there's no woman alive sexually attracted to this, and I wasn't, sexually or romantically attracted to her. So it was like rare. It was rare for men and women to be friends without any attraction, but we just hit it off instantly. She invited me to come stay here without even knowing me. It's just some random male stranger on the internet, right? Invited me to come stay. She even picked me up at the airport, which, honest to God, was the first time in my life anyone has ever picked me up from the airport. My family at that point, at that time, had never even picked me up from the airport, or any other friend. And this random lady on Facebook, picked me up at the airport. That was so awesome. And then she let me stay here. And then when I moved here, the whole reason I live in this complex I'm in is because she lived here. And so I was kind of already familiar with it. I was familiar with the price range, and I liked the price range. The utilities were included. The location, I thought, I mean, it's not the best location, safety wise, but it was central, very central in town, which I thought when I moved here was going to be what I wanted. So everything just kind of worked out. And she was very, she was just super supportive of me being here. Always a good friend for the year and a half that we had together here. I tried to be there for her at the end, but I was just working so much, just struggling, trying to just get established here. But I always tried to make time for her. I tried to help her, get to the hospital. I visited her in the hospital once. I went over there and would do puzzles, play card games, or watch Survivor, or TV shows with her, because she couldn't really do much at the end. I just tried to, I tried to be the best friend I could to her. I feel like I wasn't good enough, and I feel like it's just, I don't know why she was so genuinely nice to me, because I don't feel like I deserved it. Like, she didn't know me from Adam. I was just some stranger on the internet, a male stranger on the internet, and she just adopted me like I was her foster son or something. It was just, I don't even know how to explain it. It was crazy. She was such a good person. And I miss her. So I went and watched that movie for her. And I didn't think either one of them was terrible. I mean, they're obviously not my style of movie. I will probably never, ever watch a musical again in my life. But Wicked did have a good story. And I remember liking, I think, maybe one or two songs in the first movie. This second one, not really. So maybe that one at the end. But, I'm glad I went and watched it. And I'm very sad that Tracy wasn't here to watch it with me. Anyways, I need to get to bed. I have to be up in 4 hours to walk to work. But I did want to record this before I went to bed. Luckily, I got a 3-hour nap in earlier because I was so exhausted. I don't know why I was exhausted. Probably because I worked my ass off Monday. I worked 11 hours of overtime on my day off. So I basically made an entire week. If everything I think is right, I think I made basically my entire week's paycheck on a normal week in one day yesterday. And then I put another 6.5 hours in this morning. I slept. I intended to walk to work yesterday morning, to this morning, but I was so freaking tired. Was not getting up. So I took an Uber today. I was just exhausted. I was so exhausted at work. I could barely stay awake. So I came home, took a long nap. I felt way better when I woke up. I feel better now. I'm not even that tired now. But I know that I need to go to bed because I have to work at work starts at 3:30. If I walk, I gotta get up at 1:30. It's 9:30 right now. That's 4 hours of sleep. Which I won't even get that much because I'm not gonna fall asleep right away. I never do. But I did want to record this, and I guess I'll probably post it. I'll probably post it tomorrow morning actually, because my phone's having charging problems, so I gotta turn it on airplane mode overnight while I charge it to ensure that it gets the best charge, because I hate waking up with a dead phone. It drives me nuts. So, you know, I got a long walk in the morning. I can post it while I walk. You guys can watch it tomorrow. But, yeah, shit. I've already talked for 15 minutes. Obviously, I think most people who want to see Wicked have probably already went and seen it. Had a huge opening weekend. But if you're waiting for whatever reason for my review of Wicked, as a non fan, it was an okay movie. So as someone who maybe enjoys musicals or you know, the girly romance shit, like another thing I want to talk about is, like, you know, I've noticed women love the love at first sight thing in the movie, but like when you actually try to do it in real life, they get super creeped out, and you end up on a registry. So, um, it's just funny how it works out that way. Everybody wants that, you know, love at first sight, true love romance thing in real life, but then you come on too strong, and every woman has a problem with that. So you know, I don't get it. But anyways, I'm gonna mercifully end this because it's longer than I wanted it to be. But I had to tell you, I had to talk a lot about Tracy because she deserves it. And she was a light in this world, and it's sad that her life was over at a young age, and it sucks that she had to suffer at the end, and that she didn't get to see the finale of Wicked. But I watched it for her. I know she would have enjoyed it. That's all. And I know you guys will enjoy it too. Peace, love, and nacho fries. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving.